Here's a wild true story, a commercial jet that turned into a 132-ton glider, and two pilots who pulled off the impossible. Imagine cruising at 41,000 feet, and both engines go silent. No thrust, no electrics, just wind noise. That was Air Canada Flight 143, the Gimli glider. Let's run the timeline. T0, takeoff from Montreal, July 23, 1983, headed for Edmonton on a brand new Boeing 767. Key detail, it's one of Air Canada's first jets using metric units. Fueling that day, a math mistake converting pounds to kilograms. Notwithstanding, meant they loaded roughly half the fuel they thought. Climb, the cockpit starts seeing low fuel pressure warnings. The crew, Captain Bob Pearson, and First Officer Maurice Quintal, run the checklists. The gauges look odd, but this new airplane had some quirky sensors, so they cross-check, monitor, and keep going. 41,000 feet, left engine flames out. Seconds later, the right engine quits too. Total power loss. Now, you've got a 767 with no engines. The jet instantly becomes a glider. Systems. With both engines out, most electrics die, and hydraulics die. But one mechanical lifeline pops out. The rat. Or ram air turbine. It spins in the airstream to give just enough hydraulic power to move the flight controls and a little instrumentation. Glide math. A 767's glide ratio is about 12-1. At that altitude they've got minutes, not hours. Nearest big airport? Too far. So First Officer Maurice Quintal remembers an old Royal Canadian Air Force base at Gimli, where he used to train. He points the jet toward it. New twist. Gimli isn't an airbase anymore. One runway's decommissioned and being used as a drag strip with families and racers on the field. Approach, they're high and fast. No engines means no thrust to adjust, and with limited hydraulics, speed brakes aren't enough. Captain Pearson does something you usually never do in a big jet, a forward slip, cross-controlling to dump altitude fast. Gear drama, they crank the landing gear down by hand. The main gear locks, but the nose gear doesn't, it hangs loose. Final, there's no go-around, it's one shot. The plane touches down hard, long, and fast. The nose gear collapses, scraping sparks along the runway. The pilots keep it straight, bleeding off speed, and the 767 grinds to a stop just short of the crowds. Two minor injuries on the ground. Everyone on board survives. Aftermath. Investigators trace it to the metric conversion error and process gaps. Air Canada and the industry overhaul fueling procedures, training and cockpit resource management for fuel anomalies. Why it matters: skill, calm, and quick math under pressure saved 69 people that day. The Gimli glider proved that preparation. Plus improvisation can turn the worst scenario into a masterclass in airmanship. If you like real stories where engineering meets human grit, this one's tough to beat.